New information about Eddie Van Halen's final days has now come to light, and it reveals a story far more painful than most people ever knew. When Eddie passed away in October 2020, the world believed he had finally lost his long fight with cancer. While that was part of the truth, it was not the full picture. Behind closed doors, Eddie was battling several serious health problems at the same time, and his body gave out much faster than anyone expected. Eddie Van Halen was more than a rock legend. He completely changed how the electric guitar was played and inspired generations of musicians. So when his son Wolfgang shared the news of his death, fans everywhere were heartbroken. For years, people knew Eddie had been dealing with cancer, first diagnosed back in the year 2000. Most assumed that this illness alone explained his declining health, but later medical records showed something far more tragic. Eddie wasn't fighting just cancer. He was also suffering from pneumonia, a serious bone marrow disease called myelodysplastic syndrome, heart rhythm problems, and finally a stroke. These conditions hit his body all at once, causing a sudden collapse rather than a slow decline. During his final year, Eddie was rarely seen in public. When photos did surface, fans were confused and concerned. One image showed him at a Tool concert in 2019 with his son. He looked thin, tired, and very different from the energetic rock star people remembered. Another photo showed him smiling politely at a car dealership. Many fans thought he was simply aging or worn down by treatment. No one realized how fragile his health truly was. For years, Eddie quietly traveled to special medical clinics, especially in Germany, hoping advanced treatments could help. These trips were exhausting and kept completely private. Only a small group knew how serious things had become. His wife Janie, his ex-wife Valerie Bertinelli, his brother Alex, and his son Wolfgang. They protected him closely, believing peace and privacy were the best way for him to keep going. The emotional strain on the family was constant. There were moments of hope when tests looked better, followed by crushing disappointment when new problems appeared. Eddie often tried to stay positive and strong, while his family faced the harsh reality of his failing body every day. In his final weeks, everything worsened quickly. Pneumonia attacked his weakened lungs. His bone marrow disorder made it difficult for his body to heal or fight infection. Then he suffered a stroke. Eddie was taken to St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica, where doctors focused on easing his pain rather than recovery. His family stayed by his side, sharing quiet moments, memories, and love. On October 6, 2020, Eddie Van Halen passed away. When his death certificate later became public, it listed all the medical conditions that led to his death. Wolfgang spoke out angrily, criticizing the media for exposing such private details. For the family, keeping the truth private was never about hiding anything. It was about protecting Eddie's dignity. In the end, Eddie's final words were simple and powerful. According to Valerie Bertinelli, he told his loved ones, "I love you." That moment says more about who he was than any medical report ever could. Eddie Van Halen changed music forever, but his final legacy is also one of love, courage, and quiet strength in the face of overwhelming hardship.